I'm going to show you several ways that you can track a phone. Whilst there are some pretty good reasons why you want to do that, there are also some pretty bad reasons too. So I'm also going to show you how to make sure you are not being tracked in case you don't want to be. Now, the most common reason to track a phone is because you cannot find it, or worse, it got stolen. For both situations, the simplest thing to do is use any computer and open a web browser. For an Android phone, type Find My Device and click on that first link. If you're an iPhone user, go to this URL, icloud.com/find. In both cases, you may need to sign in, and from there, they pretty much work the same way. It should show you on the map where the device was last seen. If it is connected to any Wi-Fi, it will show you that and what the percentage of the battery that it has left. Now, if it finds the device, you can make it play a sound. So if it's laying around the house, you can pretty much track it down. You can also secure the device by signing out of your Google account, which is highly encouraged to do that. And if there is no way to get it back, you can just remotely erase the device. Now, a couple of things to note here. The second that you track your device, a notification pops up on the device showing that it is currently being located. It is important, as if you suddenly see this notification, it tells you that someone else is tracking you. It also means that they have your Google username and password. If that is the case, you want to do a couple of things pretty darn quickly. Go to myaccounts.google.com, click on the security settings, and look for the recently logged in device. Check if your account has been logged in on somebody else's computer and where it is located. If it's a device you don't recognize, and especially if it's in a city or a country that you're not in, then click on the No Secure Account and follow the prompts. Next up, you want to change the password to something that you have never used before and is complicated and it's secure. And then go and check the recovery phone number and the recovery email address. Make sure these are your details and not somebody else's. Now, a super important step that many people miss is go into the backup codes and refresh them so you get a bunch of new ones. Copy these codes and keep them safe. If you don't do this step and somebody has a copy of your backup codes, they can still get in. Now, let's say your device is not found when you try to locate it using the Find My Device method. So now what? What you do is go into your data and privacy settings and select the map timeline. If you have your location history set to be saved, then you can select the date when you last had your phone and see if it will pick up the last known location of the device. It may even show you any route that the phone took if the phone is on the move. This may help retrace your step if you left your device at a restaurant or something like that. Now, if your device was stolen, typically the thief would remove the SIM card so that the phone cannot be tracked. They would also reset the phone to its factory defaults, thereby wiping away any trace of your information. In that case, the only thing left to do is to call your cellular provider and report it as stolen. They should blacklist the phone, and that should prevent it from being used anywhere else and being sold. But unfortunately, there are ways to get around a blocked phone, especially if it's stolen in one country and sold to someone in another country, and they may not even know that it's a stolen phone. Now, you may be tempted to track the phone using the IMEI number. If you put into Google how to track a phone using the IMEI number, there are lots of websites that pop up. Unfortunately, most of these sites, if not all, are typically scams where you pay a fee and you never really get the real information. Being tracked with an IMEI number is typically reserved for law enforcement, and they have got access to those systems, not just some rando website. Another way that creeps are tracking the phone is by going to data broker websites like whitepages.com and peoplefinder.com. Now, this isn't going to give you real-time tracking, but they're able to get so much of your personal information, including your home address. This is especially worrisome in case you have a stalker or you moved because of harassment. You can go onto Google and find all these data broker websites and go through their various processes to get your personal information removed. However, I will say this is a big mission and takes a very long time to do, and the concern is that even after you do get your information removed, the next time they go and buy more data, your information could simply come back. So you got to keep monitoring it, and you got to keep it getting removed. If this is not your thing, I use a company called Delete Me, who are actually today's sponsors. And you may have heard me talking about Delete Me in the past because I've been using them for years. What these guys do is act as your agent. They get your information removed from the data broker websites, and they keep getting it removed even if it comes back again and again and again. And Delete Me is what I call the set and forget service. Once you enable them, they get to do the work and you need to do nothing further, which is perfect. And every single time I get this report, I'm always blown away to see just how many of these sites are out there that I would never find by myself. And yet, creeps know all about them. It's actually scary that you can buy all this information for a couple of dollars. So, if I was you, go to joindeleteme.com/Liron20. You even get 20% off and get your information off the web, because nobody should be able to buy so much of your personal information for very little. Okay, next up, let's talk about tracking a phone when you do have permission, and I'm going to show you how to set that up. And the key here is permission. Now, don't be a creep and do this on your partner's phone without them knowing. Besides being a complete invasion of privacy and totally an asshole thing to do, this can be illegal based on your country's laws. There are many legit reasons why you want to track someone's phone with their permission. You may have elderly parents who tend to wander off and forget things, or you have kids who are traveling between states to go to college, or your partner may be working the night shift and you want to make sure that they are safe. In all these cases, it's a safety thing, and you have permission. So let's start with a little known app made by Google called Family Link. This is an app that is meant to help parents manage their kids' phones, but it also has some tracking built in. Once you set it up on your phone and you set it up on your kid's phone, as a parent, you can do a bunch of things like control the kid's screen time and restrict what kind of content or what kind of apps they can install, but the feature we're interested in is tracking. Now that it has been set up, you can go into the app and see where your kids are, and it works on both Android and iOS. Obviously, you don't need to have little kids to use this. You can just use this on the phone without worrying about the content filtering and just use it for that tracking. Now, another way to track a phone is by going into Google Maps and enabling location sharing. You can share your location with your family and have them share their location with you. Now, if you want to know where anyone is, you can just open up Google Maps and find them. If you share your location with someone and using the option until you turn it off, every once in a while they will get an email reminding them that they are sharing their location with whoever. So if you get that notification in your inbox, don't ignore it. It means that somebody has access to your location that you didn't set it up and you didn't give permission for. In that case, go into your Google Maps on your phone, click on your profile pic, tap location and sharing, and remove them immediately. Another way to track a phone is via the WhatsApp app. You can go into WhatsApp, find the person you want to share your location with, and tap on the paperclip, choose location. Now you can choose to either share your current location, which is a once-off thing, or you can choose to share your live location. If you choose to share your live location, you can select 15 minutes, 1 hour, or 8 hours. And during that time, wherever you go, your phone will be tracked. If you suspect someone has set this up on your phone without permission, go into the chats on WhatsApp, including the group chats, and look for this map-looking thing and tap on Stop Sharing. The same feature is also available on the Telegram app, so look out for it there too. And of course, if you didn't install Telegram or didn't install WhatsApp, that's a big red flag that someone has access to your phone and has put it there for you. There are many ways to get stalkerware onto people's phones, and it doesn't take that long. Check out this video right over here where I show you how to check for that and how to clean your phone from stalkerware. And before you head out, Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in this video. Let's go.